Here we have the Wagin Hotel, just down from the Wagin Hotel. We have a department store and clearance centre, which appears to be in an old antique store. And opposite there, we have what looks like a toilet block adjacent to the Wagin railway station. Within the town there's the Food Works Wagin, which is in the old co-op building. Just on the entrance to town, you have a lovely playground area, and just also within this playground area we also have one of Australia's big themes, and this one is known as the Big Ram, or the Giant Ram. And as we continue to walk around this little park area, there is plenty of areas to sit down, maybe have a coffee, a cup of tea or a cake, or even a nice little picnic lunch. A beautiful, lovely little spot among the trees, listening to the sounds of the birds maybe. There is also a toilet block here as well. We'll just continue walking around and having a look to see what is within this park area. There is even a fenced off playground area for the little kids so they don't wander off. Fancy a barbecue while you're here? There is also barbecue facilities as well. A nice little lake area. And there's also the Aboriginal seasons of Barak, Bunuroo, Dejaron, Makaro, Gibberel and Camberang. I do apologise if I have my pronunciations wrong. We also have an information board here and a nice little view more of the lake. In case you're wondering what it actually says on the board, it is talking about the red-tailed pashigo. I'd say it's like a little possum crossed by a rat. Here's something interesting, telling us the distance of towns. For instance, Antarctica is 5,547 kilometres away, and London is 14,674 from this location. Here just near the park as well, we have the Wagin Town Board, which is also home of the Giant Ram, as I said, and Woolarama. It's basically a rural district, 227 kilometres in the southeast of Perth. And the name of Wagin is probably means a place of emus, the watering place. Feel free to pause the video if you want to have a read. I do apologise if it's a little bit hard to read. Just opposite the community centre of Wagin, which is also the home of the Wagin RSL sub-branch, we have a toilet block, and in town we also have a bank west. And as we continue to walk down, we have a deli and bakery, and further down a local butcher. As we continue walking down in front of us, we have a hardware store. Next to the Wagin butcher, you'll find the Wagin pharmacy, a cafe, which I'm not sure whether it's open, which looks like it could now be possibly a baby store, and I'm not really sure. As we continue walking down, we have the Wagin post office, and adjacent to that we have the Mitchell Hall, which possibly looks like it could be some kind of hotel. Just on the other side of the railway line is another pub, which is also at the back, where you'll find a drive-through bottle shop. And just near the train station precinct, we have a nice little sitting area. This sitting area contains nice benches under nice shady trees. Here is something interesting. Alexander Galt, who came from Scotland. So I'll let you have a little bit of a read. Please pause the video if you want more time. And here is the fountain which he had gifted to the town. As we continue walking down, we have the courthouse, which appears to be where you'll now find the Wagin Library and also a gallery, which is next door to the Wagin Town Hall. In the town of Wagin, we have the Memorial Swimming Pool, which is located just near the Wagin War Memorial, which is planted out with a nice, lovely rose garden.
Let me show you around the Wagin Historical Village, based in the showgrounds. It's the post office, historical post office at that. What it looked like in 1893. An old posting box, which actually has a sign above it. Letters and containing money or other valuables enclosure ought not to be posted here, but should be taken to the postmaster to be registered. So I guess by that you go inside and register them here. It's got photos of the old telephones around, the old uniform, telephone exchange, few more old telephones. How times have changed. Even the post stamps. Just basically everything has changed. Mud brick cottage. At the time of 1889, there was no electric light in this building. Would have been all the kerosene, possibly kerosene. Let's just go in here and just have a little squizzy. Set for 3 people. The kitchen area. And your bed. So here'd be your bedroom. The house community built by settlers some 100 years ago. They've been in 1982, a replica. So the building would have been built in 1882. 1,000 mud bricks, bats, were made on site and left to dry over the summer. The mould used for the bricks can be seen on the ground below this. The bricks, this sign. Well, unfortunately, the mould has been removed. Making the replica was a community affair. The bank and the old schoolhouse. Yeah, look at the little old bikes there. One teacher would have taught in this school. If you have family that lived in Wagin, or maybe just the surrounding areas, come and have a look at this lovely little historical village. As who knows, you might find someone of your past who attended here, and the many photographs. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, possibly 9 students in this little schoolhouse would have been taught, from maybe kindergarten right up to primary in year 7. A little bit of information on the schoolhouse itself. Where is it? There it is. Oops, I lost that for a minute then. Bit of poles and that in the way. There were 7 in the first school, galvanised shed, in 1892. There were 7 students. The following year, the number increased and the school was moved to a large room at the Federal Hotel. Students from the age of 3 to 14 walked or rode horses and bikes to school. How many students are in your school that you attend? The Outback Dunny. Well, I won't go up there and have a look. think it's just a dunny. The village hall is the next little one. Lots to see. Lots to really take in. The village hall. Each building, I should say, has a little bit of a plaque, bit of information about the particular building. In 1912, Wagin had a population of just 3,000 people. The village hall had a lot of photographs in it of days gone by, people that used to live in the town. Very interesting just to look at the photographs and read who they may have been. And hear the old machinery through walking past. Great to see this restored little town, how it used to be, how it used to look. Stationary engine display. You're not permitted to sit on these machinery, but you can wander in and have a bit of a look. The Wagin fire station. Forgive me for the sun being in the way. Hopefully you can view the videos okay. The old village tea rooms. Let's go wander down here and have a look at the village tea rooms. Glenalban 1923 house. I wonder if we can actually go in. I've been just walking around and notice that they've got a replica of the railway station and a police station with a cell in it. Just be aware that if you do come to the village and you go into one of the little buildings, that they do have models dressed in the old-fashioned uniforms. And if you're not prepared, they can actually scare you that little bit, especially the children. Most of the buildings, well, I'd say all the buildings are open to the general public. Go in when you're here, have a look and see how the times were, how the people would have had to live. This one here would have probably been doctors' rooms. The old cane wheelchairs. Very interesting little quarantine building. So this possibly could have even been a quarantine building. Tells you all about how it quarantine and things like that. Very interesting, useful information for the young children. It is, I'd say, wheelchair friendly, as most of the buildings have ramps at it. I've just come across a little plaque here which tells me about this building. There it is here, the Orderly's House. 1911, building was first built as a quarantine ward for the Wagin Hospital. might just I'll just pause it here a little bit so you can actually read all about that. And I'll take a photo also just in case it's a little bit too dark on the video. This is the Wagin General Store. Or should I say the old Wagin General Store, where you could buy anything from your medicines to your bottles to your groceries, showing displays of various old things that we don't see today. Then possibly hardware was sold. The little dolls, children's prams, furniture. Old scales. And the good old mix master in there, Kenwood mix master. Now that brings back memories. I recall my mother having one of those. And one mum, well, she's not that old. So it just goes to show how some things are kept for generations, which is great to see. I've just left the Wagin Historical Village. It does cost $10 for adults, seniors $8 and school-aged children $5. But it's well worth the money. I highly recommend coming to it. I've been here a few times myself and I just love coming here, seeing the old buildings and just reading the information that they have put up about the particular village, the particular building. Very educational, both for children and adults. So I give it a thumbs up and a credit to the staff, volunteers and anyone else who may have been involved in putting this historical village museum together. Well done.